Hey folks, if you like my videos, please leave a like. Help me destroy the YouTube algorithm. If you don't want to subscribe, no problem, because I saw that most of my viewers didn't subscribe to the channel. No problem with that anyways. But what you can do for me is leave a like. Thank you. Good evening, friends. Today we react to another Tom Macdonald and Adam Calhoun song. It's called Race War. The last time I listened to a song called Race War was by the band Carnivore, because Peter Steele is was one of the greatest, sadly. But let's get right into it.
Hey, hey, bark at the moon.
I'm so orange. What the hell is wrong with my lights here? Fucking orange again. What am I? An orange? So at first, what I notice on this frozen picture here, we have a variety of people right there. And this specific dude, this one with the mustache and the face tattoo, looks a lot like someone from Sons of Anarchy, I guess. So, but enough of the talking, let's get right into it.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hating on the Caucasians, teaching white kids that their shade's the same as school shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be white, but I'm fine with it, because I'm not allowed to have pride in it, because the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover.
So at first, I have to go back to the beginning, because sometimes Tom Macdonald is way too fast for my rock and roll and metal ears. So I really can't understand what he's saying actually. But I really understand. I go back to the beginning. So what I really understand was the first sentence, I guess. It's okay to be racist as long as you're non-Caucasian. Yes, nowadays it's totally fine to be racist against white people, and denying that there is no racism towards the white people, what is completely false, because there is clearly racism. I experienced racism as a child because I grew up with a lot of kids that were non-white, and yeah, we heard a lot of things like white kids are like white bread. Another word was a word that I don't know what it was spelled in English. It's called Kalkleister. I heard this a lot from non-white people, but I never thought of the term racist or racism or whatever, because we were kids and it was not a point of discussion here.
It's okay to be racist, as long as you hating on the Caucasians, teaching white kids that their shade's the same as school shooters and rapists. Maybe I'm tripping because the white children have been getting taught that they got white privilege by the white guys in the high heels who identify as the white women. I'm not proud to be white, but I'm fine with it, because I'm not allowed to have pride in it, because the colonizers and the white bigots made white history my business. I ain't never gonna give a damn if you like me. I ain't gon' trip when they stereotype me. I'm a white boy, and a white boy like me knows that all lives matter. Bite me. When I was younger, they taught me to never see color, to treat every man as if he was my brother. But now that we're grown up, we hate one another for all of the ways that we struggle and suffer. They coming for blood and we running for cover. The government wants us divided and dumber, addicted and drunk in the gutter, so we never wake up and never recover.
So I pause here. 36 seconds into the song. Let me go over a couple of phrases, sentences, lines, whatever you want to call it. He's talking about white privilege. I said this a couple times, so I never experienced white privilege whatsoever. And I don't think that white privilege exists. What I really think is that money privilege exists, because you can look like whatever. If you have enough money, you have access to practically everything. And if you're poor, you're poor. You've been treated like shit. It's the truth. There is no kind of like white privilege or black privilege or Asian privilege or something like that. It's all about the money. People, you have to understand this. It's not such a lazy thing like skin color. It's just money. If you have money, you have access to everything, to practically everything. If you don't have any money, yeah, access denied. He's talking about the colonies and the guilt that has been forced on white people for so long. People would ask me if I feel guilt about what's happened in the Third Reich and in the Hitler era. So it was a horrible thing, but I don't feel any guilt because I never killed someone. I never forced some other people to kill a certain group of people. It was a horrible thing, but for me personally, I don't feel any guilt because I were not born back in that time period. So I was born centuries later. So what I have to do with this? Nothing. So why should I feel guilt? I don't know. It's the same thing with the colonies in America, with the people, what they did back then. It's unnecessary to feel guilt in that kind of way. You can feel sorry and think, okay, this was horrible, but feeling guilt? No.
Call me culture vulture cause I rap good. I don't pop Zans or smoke backwoods, but they call me a wigger and label me Hitler and hate like I'm wearing a Klan hood. It ain't left or right or black or white, it's good and evil. I leave folks hate normal people. United we stand and divided we fall. America, we gotta get real. You were segregated, that was not fair. You were enslaved, they did not care. But you were never on a plantation and my generation was not there. That's trauma in your DNA.
Right here he says what I talk about 3 lines before. So it's kind of like digging on shit that you never experienced.
Causing what we see today. I pray to God you staying strong. Don't want to see no man in pain. You white folks, I'm embarrassed. Some of y'all are such Karens. That prejudice you inherited was racism from your parents. Get that poison out your veins. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our graves. Just let me try to explain. I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, cause our lives matter more.
Let me go in the chorus here. So he is practically saying that the government wants to divide the people, which I totally agree with it, because the government is the only, I call it, company who profits when people fight. Because if people would stay together, no matter where you come from, no matter what you believe or your skin color, if we all would stand together as one, government would practically have no chance. But the people are so stupid, and let them divide from the television, from the news and things like that I can't understand that we have come so far as mankind, if that make any sense. And I clearly remember when the phrase all lives matter was labeled racist. I think all lives matter because I'm the kind of person, I don't care what you look like, I don't care what you're believing, I don't care how your sexual preferences or whatever. If you're a cool person, you are a cool person. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. That's everything. That's the whole shebang here. So, and we lost focus on the real things. It's communication, empathy, and listening to each other. But nowadays, we have a big problem with conversations, because conversations, back in the days, conversations were like this. Someone talks, you listen, you process what you hear, and then you give your answer. Nowadays, and in some point, you find common ground, or you have a total other opinion, but respect the other opinion, and everything is good. But nowadays, we have the big problem in discussion and talking is the people don't listen anymore. They only wait till they can speak. So all they see is in another person is blah, 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 blah. They practically hear nothing, and they only wait till they can say what they feel. And that's the reason why most of the discussions nowadays, they led to nowhere, because people forgot how to listen to each other and only waiting for themselves to speak, which is kind of weird, because a conversation don't work like that.
If you born black, you lose. Might as well go get that. You gon' die before you 25, get shot over your shoes. You gon' get killed by police even when you follow the rules. If you listen to the news, you gon' believe all this is true. I ain't feel no white guilt. They don't ride for me when I'm killed. I guess white life don't matter, sad, but that's the way that I feel. I feel like they feel like I don't know what they all call me. Cis white male, bigot, racist, he's a Nazi. That's not me. I'm not one of these white liberal commies who think black America needs allies in they army. Your neighborhood's all gay and claim you pro-black, but you faking. Guys are dying on the pavement. All your hashtags
I heard I really can't cover every line. I'm a German. It's hard anyways for me to listen to this vaster stuff. Maybe for you guys it's way easier because it's your own language. But for me it's kind of I have to you know what I mean. So what I heard was cis white male, bigot, racist, he's a Nazi. Nowadays we live in a world, especially in Germany, with our history, that whenever you be critical and you mention that you are a cis male who identifies as a male, not as a squirrel, not as a, I don't know, you're automatically being in a position that you have to explain yourself. You have to prove that you're not a Nazi, not a racist. It's guilt by design. It's guilt by design. You look like that, you have to be like that. And I don't care what you say. So because I don't want to think about what you say, I don't want to step out of my own bubble to switch perspectives. No, I want to live in my own bubble. You're a cis white male, you have to be racist in everything that you bring on the table when it comes to criticism or criticizing the system, the world, whatever. Your words are meaningless because you're white. And I hope that people wake up and really realize that this all is a game from the elites to distract, to divide the people. Because I really believe that if you would take certain groups, put them together a couple of hours, there will be some good conversations, maybe friendships. But as long as you listen to the mainstream crap through that's been pushed on you through the television, brainwash you, the whole 9 yards, people will not think about what's been going on. They're distracted constantly. People have to refocus nowadays. 90% of the racism would be deleted immediately if people would start talking to each other and not waiting for some kind of words that fits your narrative of this person and want to destroy them. No, you have to listen to the whole thing in context with everything. But the media designed their news outlets just that way. So how many of you people are actually reading articles when you read the headlines? Most of the people only read the headlines. They don't read the article anymore. They only read the headlines. That's enough. I know it all. Fuck you. That's the wrong way. And it's with the same thing with listening. If you hear someone say something and you see it on a YouTube video and they cut it out of some, 30-minute monologue, and you think that this couple seconds are what's really going on? No. If you want to build an opinion, you have to listen first. Listen in total. Not only the freaking headlines, not only a bit. You have to take a deep dive.
People begging for their life still. I know white people who can't afford to pay their light bill, who might feel like they the ones who lose in their life, when the worst thing you could be is not ashamed to be white. White privilege is a system they position for division. If you black, you go to prison. If you white, your life is different. Take some money, race, religious.
I know I pause a lot. Let me tell you something. I don't drive. I don't own a car. You know what's really embarrassing is when you get stopped by the police when you're walking. It sounds ridiculous, but it happens to me all the time. Really. When I go out for a walk at night, and I walk, and I like to walk when it's dark outside, when it's night, because the less people, I enjoy when I'm alone. So then you're walking on the street. Cop car drives by, turn, drive next to me. I have to stand there and waiting. And they ask me, so where do you go? Where you coming from? Can I see your ID? Can I prove that you have no weapons or drugs or whatever? And I stand there. It happens to me a lot. And here's a funny story I have to tell you. At one point, so I walk at night because I love to walk at night. because everything is quiet, no, not much cars, not much people. I enjoy this. To clear the head. So, cop car pulls over. So they said, "Excuse me, where are you going?" I said, "I'm going for a walk." "Ah, okay, where you come from?" From my apartment." "Ah, can I have your ID?" Gave him the ID. He said, "Do you have drugs or weapons?" I said, "No." He said, "Oh, but I smell some marijuana." I said, "What? Really? Are you kidding me?" He said, "No, I smell it." So that gave me the permission to lay hands on you and look for certain stuff. So I was kind of like powerless at that point, can't do nothing. So they searched, didn't find anything. And then they accused me of being in some place where you have to smell like marijuana when you're coming out of this place. And I said, "Are you crazy? Fuck you. I want to call my lawyer." They were kind of like, "Oh no, it's just like regular checking and things like that." But at first they tried me. And every time when I hear and this happens to me often. It's maybe I'm just most of the time I walk around in black clothing and with a leather jacket with and with metal shirts and things like that. Maybe they think I'm kind of like a weirdo that gives them the permission to search me over. I don't know. I really don't know. But every time when I hear something like white privilege, I have to laugh because if I would have a white privilege, they would never stop me. They would drive and mind their own business, let me mind my own business and things like that.
Sprinkle in some ammunition and make everyone believe that the other team is the villain. I ain't pro-black, I ain't pro-white, I'm pro-American. Every color
I'm pro-human. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you look like. If you're cool to me, I'm cool to you. If you're an asshole to me, I be surely an asshole to you.
colors of bones one day when you bury them. Whites and blacks are all the same. They want us in our grave, just let me try to explain.
I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
They want us in a race war, dying in the streets. Should be us against them, but it's you against me. Ain't nobody gonna win. Everybody gonna see that the color of your skin don't change the color that you bleed.
The people have to stand up and not fighting each other. That's the core point.
I swear they want us in a race war, dying every day for whose lives matter more. I won't be dying in the race war. Our government is paid for, 'cause our lives matter more.
So, it was a cool song, except for the chorus, because the chorus was kind of lame to the rest. When I say you should not feel any guilt for what's happened in the past, it's true. You have nothing to do with it. On the other hand, you can't blame others for shit what's happened. You can't do this. You can't, because they were not a part of it. We have to, and I say it again, I said it a couple times, we have to learn again how a discussion, a talking, a whatever function properly. When I say something, you have to listen to it if you want to form an opinion on it. You have to listen to everything for creating an opinion. If you're waiting till you can say something, you don't be focused on what I am saying, the conversation is running to nowhere, meaningless. What I'm being focused on, it's more important that you have a good personality, empathy, you can listen, you can talk, you're open to new views of things. This is way more important for me than your skin color. I was raised that way. Tell me what you think. Do you think I'm wrong? See you next time.